In 2 days, I'm turning 21, and for the past few years, I've been doing a lot of reflection before stepping into a new year. This year is not an exception, so I sat down and wrote 21 mistakes that I've made by 21. Okay, the first mistake that I made was learning a lot about red flags and started noticing them in different people, but avoiding them in myself. I feel like this is a very, very common misconception. We think that all those people around us have red flags and you're the only one sane that walks around and deserves healthy relationships. Well, are you healthy enough to have them? Think about it and start noticing them in yourself, because maybe you're not that much of a green flag, and at some point it is funny, but it comes to a point when it's not. The second mistake that I made was being scared, embarrassing myself in front of myself. Literally behind a closed door when no one is watching, I would be scared to do something cringy, to do something embarrassing in front of myself, like no one is watching. Come on, this is literally your shadow self trying to come out and show you that, this is wild, but I would be so scared of my own opinion. Like, oh my god, what I would say. Like, come on. This is literally you in front of you. Coming from that, my third mistake is not dancing enough when I'm in my room alone. To be honest, not dancing enough, just overall, like being scared to move my body because it's cringy. But when you're alone and you're scared to embarrass yourself because you dance not that good, come on. No one is watching. You don't even have to see how you dance. You don't have to look in the mirror to see how you dance. You don't have to film this. Okay, you can turn on the music and dance. Mistake number 4, limiting this world to only 100 people. At first, I was like, yeah, this world is abundant. This world is abundant, but only in my head. Subconsciously, I was still thinking that, well, I don't have any opportunity to get outside of the place where I am at the moment and meet new people and make new connections. I still had this boundary in my head. You know what? If you want to find someone outside of those places where you live, you can do it. Don't limit this world to only 100 people. They are better, you're gonna find better. And in case you're not gonna find better, you can still find the same. And I say this not only about relationships, I also say this about friendships and about networking and about working opportunities. Expand your horizon. Mistake number 5 is being kind and nice at the same time. You can be nice and still tell people to fuck off when needed. It does not mean that you're not kind all of a sudden. I don't think kindness is measured by your ability to cussing out people or not cussing out people when it's needed. Okay, there are boundaries to this. When someone tests you, when someone crosses the boundary and is very disrespectful, just cuss them out. Sometimes it's better to stay silent, sometimes it's better to joke around. But just because you are not playing along their game does not mean that you are not a kind person. Those are two different things. Being nice is for love, being kind is from love. The next mistake is a big one. Number 6 is believing that people can read my mind. It saves me from a lot of times being offended at someone, because now I can step back and say to myself, okay, did I communicated how I feel? Do I think that this silent treatment or the way I am behaving right now should tell them that something is wrong and I want their attention, or I want them to say something, or I want them to apologize for something? If you did not communicate, they don't know. There are some basic things that should be taken into account as being a decent human being, but there are some things that can be offensive to you and are normal for another person. If you did not communicate that, they don't know that. So speak up. It's better to be uncomfortable for 10 seconds saying this than being uncomfortable 10 years because you did not say that. Mistake number 7 is choosing only one aesthetic who I want to be. The goal is to not be easily defined. You are not meant to fit into one aesthetic. You're not meant to have only one vibe or whatever. You can be whatever you want, how many times you want, anytime you want. Don't limit yourself and listen to all the social norms. There are a lot of things that can coexist with each other. The key to all of this is balance. Mistake number 8 is something that my parents always told me. Everything genius is simple. Just don't overcomplicate some simple things. Life is simple, but it's not easy. Being healthy is simple. Being healthy is simple. You sleep well, eat well, balanced food, move your body regularly. You don't have to complicate all of that into having 25,000 habits, 26,000 healthy recipes saved, and all the workout routines of the world, and every single workout nailed down. Sometimes you just have to do simple things and stay consistent with them, and it's gonna work out. Mistake number 9 is limiting love to only being romantic. The problem with this society, I think, is not that we have too little love, but that we have too much love and we don't know what to do with it. Like, we don't take from it. And a lot of people are desperate to find only romantic love because that's when they lack it. That's all. Like, they don't have anything else in their life that spreads love to them. But there are different types of love. As soon as I started looking as my friends are giving me one type of love, the nature, oh my god, the nature and literally this world is love itself. I look at the sunset and I'm like, oh my god, this is love. This is full of love. Flowers, butterflies, everything that I like about the nature. For me, this is just another type of love. Self-love, self-care, everything that you put into yourself. This is also a type of love. As soon as I started expanding my horizon and seeing love in more things than just a significant other, I understood that actually now I don't even have this like little box to be filled with someone, because I have this 100 boxes and 99 of them are filled already, and this one box that is not filled doesn't really play that big of a deal to me, you know. Don't limit it. We have a lot of love, you just take too little. Mistake number 10 is actually funny. It's not listening to the music that I want to at the exact same moment. So I had this weird thing in my head that I had to have my songs on shuffle, and only if I don't like the song I can skip it until I get to the next one. Sometimes I can get bored of music, get bored of my playlist for the months, and then I just skip like 10 and 15, 20 songs in a row until I can find the one, until I understand that this is not the mood. This playlist is not the mood. Right now, it's so easy for me to just like go on and Google the song I want. And I don't know, it may be funny for someone, but it was such a big deal for me. It's like I couldn't choose. Mistake number 11 is justifying and pretending that aimless life is cool. The life without goals, the life when you just wake up, play video games, and that's all. The life where you wake up, do your makeup, talk to guys, and that's all. And I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. Like, there was a part of me that would accept it and still think that this person may be cool. Right now, I don't think so. If you say this to me, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay. I am not justifying that. I am not making you feel better just because I do more. That's what I did. I tried to make them feel better because I do so much more in my life. I didn't want to overcomplicate everything to them. This is not the life that I want to live. You can do it. I don't care if you do it or not. For me, it's not cool. I don't want to live this life, and I don't live this life. Doesn't mean that you have to have all your life figured out. Sometimes you just need to have a right vector that says, you know, like, I'm working, I'm pouring all the knowledge into myself, I'm pouring all that self-love and all those healthy habits into myself, and this is already enough for me. Number 12, just because you're gonna laugh about it in the future doesn't mean that you can't cry about it right now. I used to hear it pretty often when people would say, don't cry about it, you're gonna laugh about it in the future. I know, but my emotions, like the head and emotions, are a little different. If you don't let your emotions come out, they're gonna get stuck. Well, I know that I'm gonna be fine because I'm taking care of myself. Doesn't mean that I am fine right now. If I am not okay right now, go cry about it and you're gonna feel better. You don't have to pretend and you don't have to suppress it. I think mistake 13 goes hand in hand with justifying and pretending that aimless life is cool. It's stop convincing yourself that you love something that you actually don't. That also goes with, for example, healthy lifestyle. Don't convince yourself that you like those exercises when you try them for half of a year and you genuinely hate them. There is a difference when you're consistent and you don't care about it because your main priority is you, and there is a difference when you literally hate it, you have to force yourself, and you can't stand them. Sometimes it's better to switch it up a little. Maybe you don't like this exercise, just go do this one. Same goes with recipes. Don't force yourself to love superfoods that are actually just a lot of marketing, basically. Don't do those protein recipes that don't taste good just because it's full of protein. There are different ways to do different things in life. You don't have to force yourself to go only one way just because it's marketed so bad. Mistake number 14 is a big one. Stop putting yourself on a pedestal. In Ukrainian language, we have two words that are almost synonyms. One is idealny and another one is бездоганний. Both of them kind of mean ideal. Ideal and flawless. Idealny, ideal, comes from the idea. Idea is in your head. You can only imagine that, which means that you will never get to it because it is only in your head. It is only the idea. You can't touch it, you can't grasp it. It's the idea. Flawless, which is bezdahani on the other hand. Bezdahani on the other hand is literally translated without flaws. You don't have to be perfect to be flawless. It's more like you already accept yourself and think that there is nothing wrong with you. You keep evolving. You keep bettering yourself. I feel like I was a victim of putting myself on a pedestal and thinking that, okay, this is the idea of me that I want to be in the future. If I've reached this idea, I'm gonna be ideal. I'm gonna be perfect. And you keep moving, you keep moving, you keep moving. And at some point you understand that no matter how long you go to it, no matter how much you live the life that ideal person lives, you never reach this idea of you that you have in your head, because all the time you come up with new ones, better ones, different ones. Like something is always wrong. And as soon as I put myself down and was like, okay, well, maybe I don't need to be ideal. What if I can simply evolve but still consider myself flawless right now? It helped me a lot to get rid of this constant pressure of getting better and not seeing any results. Because what the hell, I'm working on becoming ideal for the past 5 years and it still didn't happen. There are days when I like myself more. There are days when I feel like I'm out of energy. But there is no days when I felt ideal for myself or perfect. Again, you don't have to be perfect to be flawless. Mistake number 15 is excessive skincare. The less, the better, both for my wallet and for my skin. Insight number 16 that I got is that people's behavior and actions do not reflect who you are. And it goes both ways. When someone does something to me, I think to myself, whatever they are feeling, whatever they are doing, is not reflection of who I am. This is reflection of who they are. I used to be scared that if I'm gonna do something first, or just whatever I'm gonna do to someone, they're gonna think, oh my god, she's in love with me. Oh my god, I'm so cool because look at all those people doing those things to me. Oh my god. Chill. My reflections talk about who I am, not who you are. And I mean it in a way, if I am caring about someone, that's because first and foremost, I am a caring person. And only then this care extends to you because I care about you. If I am kind to you, this is not because you are so cool and I'm so in love. That's because I am a kind person. So your action speaks about who you are. Their action speaks about who they are. Mistake number 17 is thinking that love should be crazy, super roller coasting, exciting. Man, having peace and still having those butterflies, this is it. People, this is it. And once you can touch, taste, and feel all this peaceful and calm love and relationships, you don't want to go back. And if it's totally boring, probably this is not your person, because I've been into a situation when I was like, well, this is so perfect, I'm so peaceful, but at the same times I don't have feelings. On the other hand, when it's peaceful and calm but you do have feelings and that's the right person, you're gonna know it and you will want to keep it. Mistake number 18 is believing whatever I'm thinking after 9 p.m. Sometimes just don't. And it goes both ways, for some negative thoughts and for some positive thoughts. Just because at 11 p.m. you think that you're lost and your life is falling apart doesn't mean that your life is actually falling apart, okay? Same goes with positive thoughts. Just because at 1 a.m. you think that you will be able to wake up at 5 a.m. every single day for the next 5 months doesn't mean that that's true, okay? Sometimes you just need to wait till morning, get your coffee, get your notebook, sit down and be like, okay, do those thoughts make sense? It's like, you know, your brain at night is like drunk texting you. Just don't respond, okay? Mistake number 19 is not taking sleep seriously. I'm glad that for the past 2 years I've been pretty good about my sleep. Doesn't mean that sometimes I don't stay up till 3 a.m. But I mean, it maybe happened 5 times. That's all. Other than that, I do like going to sleep before midnight, and this is one of the best investments that I've ever did into my health, my mood, just how I feel about it. Oh my god, I can't even explain how happy I am to just go to sleep and have a good night's sleep and get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Insight number 20 is being healthy. It's actually pretty simple. Again, I already mentioned that a lot of things in this life are simple. They're not easy, but they are simple. Being healthy is one of those things. Just hold on to those 3 pillars as having a good night's sleep. It goes at first place. Whatever you put in your body doesn't mean that you have to be on a diet, cut out sugar for the rest of your life, never have potato chips and junk food. No, Just balance it out and move your body regularly. It doesn't mean that you have to do all these excessive workouts. It's better to stay active throughout the day and move your body throughout the day with little things than having only 2-hour workout and then just sitting in front of the computer for the rest of the day. Better people, better thoughts, better mentality. This is also works. This is also about being healthy. Regulating your nervous system. This is also about being healthy. You don't have to have all those superfoods. You don't have to take all those supplements that you don't even know how to pronounce. And don't get me wrong, I love trying new things. I love incorporating them and saying, okay, well, this gives me result, but it is too time consuming. It's not worth it. And this doesn't really give me any results, but I enjoy doing it. So why not just having it in my life? Because it brings me more joy for me emotionally than my body. But sometimes when I get overwhelmed by everything that I try, I just take a step back and go back to basics, and it just does wonders, both for me mentally decluttering everything that I have in my head and just for my body, because I still stay on point with my health, but also I'm not overwhelming myself with everything. And the insight number 21, being yourself is actually not that scary. The world is still moving. Can you imagine that? And I think this is a very broad topic that can be brought out in a different situation, like being yourself in a relationship, being yourself with your friends, being yourself with yourself and not trying to fit yourself into one box, being yourself by choosing the things that are about you and not because something is cool or not cool. Sometimes you choose something that is not very enjoyable just because the lifestyle that you want is about you, and that's just a few steps that you have to go through. But sometimes being goofy because that's how you feel at that moment and not mysterious, it's not that scary. Life goes on. And with that, you see, if you're not being yourself, you're literally stopping the people that would love you, the real you. You stop them from meeting you. I'm not saying that it's so easy to be yourself, but at least it's actually not that scary. Sometimes you say something and you won't even imagine how many times some people just forget about it or they don't pay attention to it just because this is scary for you, because that's probably how you would react when they would do something like this. Or maybe you had a bad experience in the past and you just don't want to encounter it again. Even if you're gonna do it, what's the worst thing that can happen? The world's not gonna stop and your life will still go on. That was all 21 mistakes and insights that I collected. I'm a lifelong learner. I'm gonna learn more and I'm gonna write even more, and I just cannot wait what this year is gonna prepare for me. But hey, universe, feel free to amaze me in the best way possible. Don't forget to be awesome. Bye.